What's going on YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today. Today we are featuring Greedent, created by XC Zach X20. Alright, so this team, this is obviously his first team that he put together. It's actually a really interesting Trick Room team. Does have a speed mode though with the Trianitar Houndstone. Also, Quavel is on this team with the Choice Scarf. So very interesting team. I want to hop into it, see what kind of games we can get going. I found his rental code. In fact, I don't know how many videos you actually show off your rental code, but I had to look through about 3 or 4 of them before I can find it. So I'm hoping I got the latest version of your rental code. You know, I'm hoping, because I know he has made a few changes on his team, just pre-adjusting on it. We all do that, right? This is season 1. I want to get as much experience as possible, and that's why this week I'm going out playing with these different rental codes, trying to learn what I can, so when I make my next team, it's a lot better. But anyway, let's get into today's battles. See you there. K-Twa Wong. I definitely said your name, but rocking up with a Slowbro, Sylveon, Gastrodon for a Rigorath of their own, Pin Urchin, and King Gambit. Very interesting team. I'm actually kind of curious to see what we need to do against this kind of team, to tell you honest truth. Because, I mean, Trianitar Houndstone kind of look like a decent lead. The only thing that's kind of scaring me is that King Gambit. But, I mean, we got Rotom for that, right? I mean, yeah, I think honestly we're not too hurting to do that. And I mean, Zach, I mean, if you're watching this, you know, if I'm making the wrong leads, let me know in the comments, because the more I can learn, obviously, the better. Like I said, we're bringing the Rotom, kind of hanging out in the back. And really and truthfully, who do we bring as our last mon? How fast is Greedent? How fast is your Greedent? Greedent is 25 base speed, or 25 speed. It's probably the slowest thing, but let's go Quavel. Yeah, because we need a fighting move anyway. That can basically allow us to hit the King Gambit. It's definitely got value. We definitely probably will not be using Aqua Step until we know we KO'd the Gastrodon. So keep that in mind. Logan, do not screw this up. And let's see what we can do. Alright, so Houndstone and Trianitar, Sylveon and King Gambit on our opponent's side. Okay. Sylveon's kind of a threat, right? We can Terra Dragon, so that way we're not getting hit super effective. What is our Trianitar's item? Assault Vest, so we can take a hit anyway. Actually, Terra Dragon would mean that we are still getting hit super effective. What am I saying? What am I saying? I do think, though, we can just try and Rock Slide, and then see what we can do with Houndstone. Which, looking at it, this one definitely does not have as much offensive presence until you actually get a few KOs. So he may not be the best lead Pokemon anyway. There's the Protect. Okay. Hey, that's just me learning, you know. Ooh, double Protect. Okay, so that's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. So we stay in. We Ice Fang, and we throw out a Rock Slide just to see what we can do. And, obviously they're just scouting. Kind of predicting what we want to do, because we shouldn't be changing too much. Sylveon will be buffeted by the Sandstorm. I'm thinking the right play, honestly, is maybe going to Rotom, right? I think we keep the Trianitar on the field. And then we try and switch Houndstone out for Rotom. Like I said, Houndstone, I didn't realize, I guess, the moveset. But yeah, the Houndstone is definitely the last Pokemon you use on a team type ordeal. Here comes a Sucker Punch, but it'll fail into our Rotom, so that's awesome. Alright, here comes the Rock Slide. Can we connect? Please, we missed the King Gambit. Can we get a flinch on the Sylveon? And we did. Okay, okay. Thank you, Trianitar. You know, like you missed King Gambit, but you know, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Let's go for another Rock Slide. This current board does not really threaten Rotom at all, does it? It does not at all. I say that, but watch that Sylveon still do over half, or that King Gambit still do over half to Rotom. Okay, good. Sylveon is switching. We're nasty plotting with our Rotom right now. We're thinking some nasty thoughts, and we're getting some things going on with our Rotom. It's getting a little angry. Here comes a Rock Slide. Can we flinch at King Gambit, please? That would be nice. Hey, okay, Trianitar, okay. Trianitar just wants to stay alive. He's like, if I flinch, I stay alive, you know? On this current state, I actually don't hate to tear a dragon here, right? And go for that Dragon Claw, get as much damage as I can onto that Gastrodon slot. Then we throw that Overheat over at King Gambit just to see what happens. I don't hate this play at all. Knowing that we absolutely have to try and get rid of the Gastrodon, I don't hate this. I'm curious to see what Gastrodon's water move is too, because they took rid of Scald. So does that mean that he has to go for Surf? I guess we'll find out. Let's see, Overheat, but he protected. Let's see if it's Surf. If it's Surf, that's kind of rough. Though for Gastrodon, that takes a lot of its viability out, I imagine. Maybe not though. Let's see. Clear Smog coming out. Okay, I mean that's a good play. It doesn't get him too much though, because I still believe Rotom is still going to be able to finish off the King Gambit, right? Or even maybe he can't finish it off, but I mean we're still going to get great damage. Still going to be getting amazing damage. Yeah, you're forced to switch probably into the Sylveon slot. That's fine. Our Trianitar has already proven that it's faster than the Sylveon. Yeah, you're switching King Gambit out as well. Kind of scared, aren't you? Kind of scared. Going out to that Farigiraf. Farigiraf is going to be taking a pretty decent overheat. If we could connect. That's my biggest problem, right? I can't connect when it matters the most. Alright, I can honestly say I'm expecting that Sylveon to protect this turn, right? Is that obvious? I can protect on the Sylveon. I'm feeling the protect on the Sylveon, and for Farigiraf trying to go for Trick Room. That's what I'm feeling. There's a protect on the Sylveon. What'd I say? I know what I'm doing sometimes. Alright, let me have that overheat. Let me have the crunch onto this Farigiraf. Let's try and KO this Farigiraf. Can we please? Let's go. No Trick Room for you. We deny that Trick Room. No Trick Room. Let's go. Yeah, that's definitely one thing I do not want to see. And Trianitar is putting in the work, guys. Trianitar is putting in the work. Gastrodon comes out here. Yeah, I'm definitely rock sliding. So that way I know I can pick up that Sylveon. I'm okay switching Rotom out. Maybe into Quavel, yeah. I don't hate this at all. Battle was canceled. Trianitar. MVP. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, our next opponent has been found. Ooh, I hit the table. I'm sorry for that. Gardevoir, Meowscarada, Trianitar, Rotom Wash, Argonaut, and Golden Go. Okay. Here's the thing to keep in mind. Is that Meowscarada actually gets Trick Room. I'm assuming their Gardevoir probably has Trick Room as well. So their team actually low-key is a decent Trick Room team. Because I don't see no Tailwind. I definitely don't see no Tailwind. I think we can outplay them though in Trick Room, right? I think for Farigiraf, Greedent, I think we can just outplay them. We can definitely, I know we can be smarter than them, for sure. Triantar. Triantar is almost a must here, right? I mean, yes, they got Meowscarada. That's a threat. But, I mean, we go Rotom. We got this. Yes, we got to worry about the Meowscarada a little bit. But honestly, I think we're okay. I'm not too worried about it because we have a good Rotom. As long as we can hit our overheat. 90% of the time, every time, we will hit that overheat. We pray that we hit this overheat if we have to go up against Meowscarada. And there it is, leading things off. Like I said, most likely a Trick Room. Meowscarada. But are they going to go for Trick Room, or am I going to be the one going for Trick Room? Personally, I kind of need Trick Room up. Probably a little bit more than they do. So I'm okay going for the Trick Room play. I want to see maybe a Belly Drum at this turn as well. If we can get Greedent going early, and what I mean early is that we don't protect this turn, we try and go full force, we might be okay. I mean, especially, what if they're trying to, like, Trick Room as well, and there's a U-turn. Okay, probably in the Farigiraf. Yep, we do take it. We take it relatively well. Let's go. And what's the Gardevoir want to do? What is the Gardevoir gonna do? Okay, so they bring out Go. Okay, we actually have Crunch on this. Okay, that's not the end of the world. So I can't get my Trick Room up this turn. That's fine. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. As long as Greedent can survive a Make It Rain. Plus whatever Gardevoir wants to do. Ugh. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. For sure. No one said it's going to be easy. But we can definitely make it happen. We go into Rotom. And we switch, and we go for Protect on the Greedent. This guarantees if he goes for Make It Rain, there's a big chance that he's just going to drop his special attack. Unless he's Clear Indolent, which then it's not as powerful as Choice Specs. So keep that in mind. Let's see though. Moonblast coming out into the Greedent spot, so you still want to take it out. Yeah, that's definitely the play. And there's the Make It Rain. Rotom should be able to eat this relatively well. Yeah, it did nothing. I mean, being fire and electric, it just does nothing to the Rotom. So our typing is actually helping us out quite a bit. And now we go for the Overheat, threatening the Go, right? I mean, they're probably going to have to switch it out. Because they probably feel very threatened at the moment. We can go Terra Normal, hopefully, and pull off a super powerful, I should say, Body Slam onto the Gardevoir. I think in this board position, I feel good. Having the Rotom out here, having the Go also being at -2 on its special attack, right? Yeah, I feel really good that Greedent can survive this turn and get something huge off. Moonblast, though, coming out, followed up with our Rotom's Overheat. Let's go. Picking up a KO. Fantastic. We love to see that. Thank you, Rotom. And this gives us a chance to go for that Body Slam into the Gardevoir to pick up. We know this is a KO, unless he happens to be Focus Sash. No, there's no Focus Sash there. And Gardevoir is out of here as well. Greedent putting in the work in game number 2. Let's go. You know we like to see Greedent work. Would have been a lot better though if we had that Trick Room up. But you know what? We don't complain. We don't complain around here. Greedent putting in some work. We'll take it. Alright, so they got the Rotom Wash. And the Meowscarada as their last two. I need to reset our Rotom, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Farigiraf, and then they might expect to Protect here, really and truthfully, because that's the play I feel like I should go for. So I'm okay, maybe, body slamming into that Rotom just to see if I can get it off, right? Because if they're predicting the Farigiraf switch at any point, because I mean it's kind of obvious I'm switched the Rotom out to preserve it just for that Meowscarada. Because if I do, then it's just an instant win. So if they predicting the Farigiraf or whatever, and maybe that I'm going to be protecting, Meowscarada goes for protect. Hey, we like to see that. We like to see that. Let's go. And Hydro Pump into the Farigiraf. Hello. Hey, I got a Body Slam coming your way. Let's go. Let's go. Here it comes. Big Body Slam. And hey, I'm okay at this point going back out into our Rotom. If you take out the Greedent, you take out the Greedent. That's fine. Greedent did way more work than what it probably should have done outside of Trick Room. Let's just be completely honest. At this point, Meowscarada is against the world, and we got the overheat. Oh, wait a minute. It is now a normal type, right? Because it just went for Protean normal. I don't necessarily hate just going for the 100 accuracy on the Belly Drum. We're going to protect the Greedent. Just because I have a feeling you're going to go straight into the Greedent slot, right? Alright, so they're terrestrializing. Let's see, grass terrestrializing. So going back as a grass type after that protein boost. So I probably should have went for overheat, but that's fine. Protect Greedent this turn. As they go for the Flower Trick, and they are actually going into the Rotom slot. Interesting, because that would have been game if I would have just hit your Meowscarada, right? That would have been game with the Greedent. Very interesting. That's a ballsy play, dude, by our opponent. That is a very ballsy play. Flower Trick again. Where are you going into now? The Greedent slot? Yeah, you kind of have to, right? So Greedent will go down. But, I mean, at this point, our overheat probably, what, one-shots this Meowscarada? Like, I'm imagining. Yeah, there it is. Hey, Greedent put in the work, guys. Outside the Trick Room, Greedent still did good. I'll take it all day. Alright, our next opponent is Take the Throw. Amoonguss, Hatterene, Indeedee, King Gambit, Armarouge, and Mimikyu. Okay, going by this guy's name, he's going to be trying to throw for us, you know, but I doubt it. I really do. Rotom is secretly the MVP, I believe, of this team, Zach. Like, I'm not going to lie, Rotom is really, really good. There's another Trick Room team, basically, that we're going up against. I'm okay for Farigiraf Greedent again, just to see. Rotom, you're coming. And then, it's hard not to bring Tyranitar. Especially in this matchup, right? It's really hard not to bring it. So we're not really bringing the Houndstone. We're not really even bringing Quavua as much, as you do have a solid core of Farigiraf, Greedent, Tyranitar, and Rotom. I mean, that's a solid core. I don't care what anyone says. It's a solid core. It gets W's, so it's a solid core in my book. Alright, so Amoonguss and Mimikyu. I'm going to let them have that Trick Room. I will let you have the Trick Room. In exchange, though, I might go for Dazzling Gleam. I might Terrestrialize, right? Go for the Dazzling Gleam. It breaks. No, I won't go Psychic for right now, though. I won't go ahead. No. I do like the Dazzling Gleam. It breaks Mimikyu's Disguise. That's important. And then we go Belly Drum. Mimikyu, Amoonguss, I mean, they could definitely be doing so many different plays. But, you know, I mean, them being Trick Room oriented themselves, they have to eventually set up Trick Room, and I do not want to set it up for them. It's basically what it comes down to, right? I want them to set it up for me. You know, that means I can get more offensive pressure off, and that to me is important. And I mean, if they don't set it up, we have, hey, that's fine. If you will-o-wisp me, that's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world, because I'm still getting a belly drum off, so it's the equivalent of me being at plus, plus like 3, you know, instead of being plus 6. So it's still super strong. So I don't hate that at all. I don't hate being a will-o-wisp here in this situation. Just because we were belly drumming to begin with. Alright, so we got our Papa Berry, and now we're looking good. We got some decent damage on the board. Not the greatest damage, it's coming from Farigiraf. And the thing is, I'm looking at Farigiraf. I've watched videos of Farigiraf. It's not meant to be the big damage dealer. But it's here to just basically saying, hey, if you don't check me, I will KO you. Eventually. The threat here, I believe Mimikyu is. So we'll try and crunch it. See if we can pick up the KO with our Greedent. Let's see, for Farigiraf. Being the Terra Fairy too, kind of helps. I think it helps us out quite a bit. Let's see what they want to do. Terra Steel though, hello. To counter our Farigiraf, they're going Terra Steel. That's interesting. And there's a light screen. You're not even going after Greedent? You're not respecting the Greedent? That might be a mistake, dude. Let's see. Are you going after Farigiraf? No. Wow. Mimikyu takes it, and then they get the Trick Room off. You still opt to go for Trick Room? Even though we have Greedent on the field? Very, very interesting. Yes, I know we are burned. We're still hitting like a truck. You see how much we just did to Mimikyu. I'm just saying. It may not be a bad idea to try and go for a Shadow Ball here. I don't hate necessarily even going into the Rotom. But really and truthfully, I'll be shocked if the Hatterene actually has Terra Blast. Let's go Shadow Ball and Crunch on the Mimikyu. Mimikyu is switching. That's fantastic. What, into a Mungus? King Gambit. Okay. That actually threatens Greedent quite a bit. No defense drop. And there's a critical hit on the Greedent. As we follow up with a Shadow Ball. See how much damage we can do. We're doing baby chips. We're doing chips. That's all we're doing is chipping. That's fine, that's fine. Right now we kind of just trying to wear them out. Wearing them out. Rotom looks fantastic though, right? If I can get Rotom in for free, we're in a great spot. You don't hate the Dazzling Gleam play into the King Gambit. Really and truthfully, I don't hate the Crunch into the Hatterene. We'll still go for decent damage. Yeah, that's decent damage if you ask me. Psychic will come out, hit the Greedent, and Greedent hangs on with 5 HP. It will go down by the end of this turn. Farigiraf hangs on 18 though, and goes for a D-Gleam. And Greedent will be going down, and that's awesome. As weird as that sounds, that is awesome because then it means I can bring out the Rotom Heat, and neither one of their Pokemons is threatening Rotom, right? And we got the Trick Room out. They set it up for us. Like I said, sometimes that's the best thing. Let them set up your Trick Room, and then you take full advantage of it, right? We have been so far. We've done massive damage to our team. Even though we haven't picked up a KO, we have done damage. And we're not done doing damage. I hear potentially Shadow Ball to get the special defense drop, right? We can't go for Psychic because he's a Dark type, correct? Am I wrong in saying that? No, he is a Dark type, so we can go Shadow Ball, get that special defense drop. Remember, he does have a light screen up, so if we can... Hey, I mean, Okay, thanks for the magic bounce. I'll take it. I will take that. That's not a bad ability at all. Okay, that's fine. We don't get the Shadow Ball off. So Rigarath does go down. We can Rotom. Pull through with the overheat. Ooh, not quite, not quite. The dimension should be twisting back here soon though, shouldn't they? We can't switch Rotom out now, so we have to try and go for a nasty plot. Okay, how many more turns of Trick Room is there? One more turn, okay. I wonder if a Rock Slide can actually take out King Gambit here. We'll go nasty plot with the Rotom. See if we can pull it off. Let's go, T-Tar. With the Assault Vest, I knew we can take at least the hit from the Hatterene. How well can we take this Iron Head? No, we do take it. Let's go, let's go. And here comes the Rock Slide. And it does take out the King Gambit. Fantastic. We get a little bit more chip onto the Hatterene. Then now we're getting the nasty plot off. Let's go, Rotom. Rotom, bring this back. Trick Room has ended. Keep that in mind, guys. Trick Room is now officially ended. And yes, they do have Hatterene still. What, do they still have Armor Rouge as well? I mean, do they? I'm pretty sure. I mean, they ain't showed us their last Pokemon yet. But their team definitely will be underpacing our team at this point. So trying to target living on 9 HP is probably super huge. Let's see, Amoonguss. We have to go for the Rock Slide flinch here, right? Just basically because the Amoonguss, we do know its play. Its play is Rage Powder. We still target the Hatterene slot to force out Rage Powder, right? We do KO the Amoonguss at the end of this turn. The big, as long as we connected. What's wrong with you, Rotom? This is why I don't like playing Rotom, I'm just saying. Can I? No, it did not go for Trick Room. Instead, it goes for D-Gleam to take out the Tyranitar. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. The sucky part was that we missed the Amoonguss, right? So they still have the same opportunity to set up Trick Room this turn as well. It's one of the reasons why I don't like running Rotoms over some different other Pokemon, right? Because every time I run Rotom, I start loving Rotom just for me to not like him again. Withdrawing the Amoonguss. Hello, that's a misplay. Into Mimikyu. That's also super weakened. Here comes the Overheat. Into the Hatterene slot. Hatterene is now down. So no Trick Room. Now granted, Mimikyu can set it up too. You know, I mean things. We are not out. Though. We're still in this game. We just have to connect. Every single attack. Eventually our Citrus Berry will activate. I wonder if Mimikyu could go down to a Thunderbolt. I wonder. Right now Amoonguss most likely will be going for Rage Powder though. But we go Thunderbolt in hopes that he doesn't. For some reason he overpredicts or something. Hopefully we then can pick up the Mimikyu before it sets up the Trick Room. I mean, we are at -2. Here goes the Thunderbolt. No Rage Powder. Let's go. No, nothing. And Pollen Puff comes out, hits the Rotom. Basically gives us more HP, though, because we do have the big Citrus Berry. Alright, alright. And there's the Trick Room. It's not over, though. Because he has not yet went for Spore, right? I mean, granted, he could go for it this turn, and nothing's stopping him. Nothing is. Really and truthfully, I'm gonna go Nasty Plot. Is that the right play? Or do we try and go... Because then that'll get me back to neutral. Because the Mimikyu should faint, right? Due to the sand. How many more turns of sand is there, though? I can keep cooking the one more turn. No, it probably will not then, will it? I still think we got a nasty. Yeah, let's go Nasty Plot. I'm feeling that is the right play. Pollen Puff comes out, followed by a Light Screen from the Mimikyu. As we're setting up the nasty plots, we're plotting something nasty. Let's see, no, the sandstorm does subside, so Mimikyu is still hanging around. It looks like that Amoonguss might be a little bit afraid, right? At Clear Smog, we were already at neutral, my friend. Mimikyu going for a second Light Screen? Hello. So now we go for the Thunderbolt. KO the Mimikyu. Now we're neutral Rotom. The Amoonguss, can it even survive a neutral Overheat? I think we brought this back, guys. I genuinely think we brought this back. Let's go. Let's see how much our Overheat does. Fantastic. We brought it back. Critical hit. I doubt it mattered. I really do. But either way, we brought it back. Fantastic. That's a huge win. That is a huge win. Our next opponent is Andy. Arcanine, Garchomp, Goldengo, Mimikyu, Murkrow, Rotom Heat, and Hariyama. Okay, another kind of Trick Roomy, but also got the Tailwind mode. It's like this guy can't make up his mind, right? You know, a lot of teams are kind of like that in Series 1. You got the Tailwind mode and you got Trick Room mode. Very interesting, right? What can we do here? What do we want to do? Do you have Ally Switch on this by any chance? No, we don't have Ally Switch on Houndstone. I've seen it before. Some players opt to run it, some people don't. That's okay, either or. We can make it work. I think for Rigoraph, Greedent. You'll see, if you're watching Zach's videos too, you'll see that that's one of his main leads. So I'm not wrong in doing that. I like the Rotom. Rotom still looks good. Does Tyranitar look good? Like, I think it looks better than the other options, right? Quavel kind of looks alright though. Let's do that. Let's go Quavel. And if they leave Murkrow for whatever reason, right? And that might give me the opportunity to want to set up Trick Room. But because they're gonna try and do Tailwind most likely, right? But if they lead their own Trick Room version, I'm okay with letting them set it up for me again. Hariyama and Goldengo, right? Okay. For Rigoraph and Greedent, like, I'm okay just popping off a Psychic here into your Hariyama slot, right? You cannot fake out me. You cannot, thanks to my ability, you cannot fake out me. And most likely he'll forget that. Also, just Shadow Ball into the Goldengo. Might be for free, you know? Might be kind of free. Do we switch? I kind of want to go Quavel here. I don't hate Quavel in this situation. Because it does resist the attack. To make it rain attack anyway. And, we should be in a decent spot, right? Yeah. We're in a decent spot. It's not the best spot, but it's a decent spot. Okay, so Furry Ref does go down. That kind of stinks. So our opponent actually didn't. I mean, we are in Master Ball. Keep that in mind. We're actually going up against good opponents. Yeah, let's go into Rotom here. Let's go Overheat into the Golden Go. What's our Terra? Terra Water. Fortunately, I don't think Terra Water is going to help a Brave Bird right here in this certain situation. Let's go Brave Bird. Let's see. Let's pick up the KO onto the Hariyama while we're at it. We'd like to see that. Now, are we still alive? Yes, we are. Fantastic. Followed by a Moxie boost. That last Brave Bird that we're going to go for is going to be huge if we can get it off. Overheat coming out and takes out the Golden Go as well. Yo, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. Good job, Rotom. Being able to pick up a huge threat there. Hey, Rotom. Secret MVP of the team. Potential. Alright. Murkrow and Garchomp. Okay. Okay, I kind of feel it. I kind of okay with that, right? Especially if I can get the burn off onto the Garchomp. We can Brave Bird potentially one of these two as well. What is more of a threat, right? With our back Pokemon, definitely Garchomp. Definitely Garchomp. So yeah, we try and Brave Bird the Garchomp to see if we can pull it off. We do. Hey, fantastic. We got the Garchomp. He will take us out with his Rust Skin, but that's some decent chip. Followed up with maybe a Will-O-Wisp from our Rotom, because he's going for Swords Dance. Yo, dude, you're in front of a Rotom. First off, is that the play, man? Is that the play? I don't think so. I don't think that's the play, but let's go. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for connecting. Oh, wait a minute. He's Lumberry, though? Yo, that could be problematic. Alright, it is problematic. What are we saying? It could be. It is problematic. I think we just try and Thunderbolt into the Murkrow, yeah. And then he feels like Greedent is not a threat, and we can just get off this big body slam, potentially paralyze him, if not potentially just pick up a KO, right? Because I mean, this is still stab. Rotom, I mean, what Garchomp most likely will Terra into either a Ground Terra, a Dragon Terra, or a Steel Terra, right? I mean, but Murkrow is terrestrializing into a Flying type to up the power of its Brave Bird, which is interesting. Very much so. We're also terrestrializing our Rotom. Give us that electric, please, because we need as much power as possible, because we are technically at -2 right now. Now, granted, anything can happen. They can just haze our stats back up for us if, you know, if all possible. Here comes the Earthquake. So they are respecting the Greedent. But Greedent should hang on. Greedent does hang on. Let's go. 81 HP. Get our Papa Berry back. And now we can pop off maybe Body Slam here. This Terra flying onto the Greedent. But Greedent hangs on as well. Yo, Greedent. Thank you for hanging there. Taking some hits. Thunderbolt will come out and KOs the Murkrow. We KO the Murkrow. Now we're going to get a good chip onto this Garchomp, right? Like, maybe we can knock him out. Come on. Come on, Greedent. Yo, 1 HP. And Garchomp is paralyzed. Greedent, you are the GOAT. Fantastic. Greedent's still alive, too, on 4 HP. 4 HP. Now, which one am I most likely to connect? Overheat. Let's go. And Body Slam. Let's go. Rotom's Overheat does connect. Fantastic. Garchomp is out. I don't know why I was thinking Will-O-Wisp there for even 1 second. It is paralyzed. Let's go. Greedent putting in more work. Making this perfect record happen. Let's go. One more battle. One more battle. Alright, let's see if we can keep our perfect record. We gotta win one more battle to go 5-0. Right now we are 4-0 with this team. This team has been fantastic, Zach. Hey, I've enjoyed it. It's definitely brought my record back up there a little bit too. You know, it's helped me out. Alright, our last opponent is rocking out with Garganical, Amoonguss, Armor Rouge, Mousehold, Indeedee, and Sylveon. Okay. What can we do here? What do we need to do here? I think we beat them in Trick Room. Like, I genuinely do think we just beat them in Trick Room. We ain't really featured the Houndstone much, and I don't know necessarily if putting Houndstone in the final battle, that might be throwing a little bit, because our opponent definitely has some answers for it. For sure. I think we go with the old reliables, right? Rotom. Now, is Triantar good here? I do believe Triantar is good. Yeah. Let's go with the old reliables and see if we can pick up this final win. If we pick up this final win, we go 5-0. That's amazing. You know, this team has put in the work. The rental code obviously is at the very beginning of the video, so if you guys want to use this rental code, try it out. I gotta say, this rental code is better than what I initially thought it would be. When I first jumped on this, I was like, well, this is going to be a good team. But this is a Series 1 team. It doesn't look like it has much going for it until you actually get in there, start playing with it some, and you're like, my gosh, this team is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it is. I mean, it genuinely is amazing. Let's see here. We know... Why would you go for Expanding Force, though? Like, our board's not necessarily the weakest to it, is it? I don't think so. But I am protecting Greedent this time. This is the first time I'm actually manually setting up my own Trick Room, right? Because I want my Trick Room up. I want to see what this Armor Rougers want to necessarily do. He's setting up his own Trick Room, guys. Yo, the one time I'm setting up Trick Room, they set up Trick Room right next to me. Yo, so we're back to normal dimensions. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'll let you set it up. How's that sound? I'll just go for, you know, the plays. Yeah, we'll crunch into the Armor Rouge slot. Side shot coming out. Ouch. Ouchie. Not much damage, but still decent damage. And here comes the Expanding Force. Now we're both decided to go offensive. And, you know what? I think we're okay. Like, I mean, we're about to do some decent damage to this Armor Rouge. Like, this crunch, yes, it's not... Yeah, that's decent damage. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That's some decent damage. If we lose Greedent here, is that the end of the world? Is it, though? I don't necessarily think it is. So we got Triantar and Rotom hanging out in the back. Yeah, Greedent's kind of like, if we lose them, we lose them. If we don't, we don't. Yeah, we'll go for this play in case he wants to set up the Trick Room. Because, my man, if you want to set up the Trick Room, be my guest. Because I do believe Greedent will be outpacing your whole team. Expanding Force coming out, that's fine. Like I said, if Greedent goes down, Greedent goes down. I don't necessarily think we need Greedent for the big victory. Like, for the big picture, I don't necessarily think we need him. Deagling does come out, does some decent chip again. But now, you know, Triantar should be the fastest thing on the field. And that feels fantastic. So we just take him off with another D-Gleam. We got Rock Slide coming their way as well. Alright, T-Tar, let's go. Let's go, man. Get this KO under Armor Rouge. They did not. They They did not get their Trick Room up. So that to me is a success Greedent. And we have wasted a lot of their Psychic Terrain turns. Also, success Greedent. It's also about that Greedent success for this last game, right? Let's see, follow me. That ain't doing nothing, Chief. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Rock Slide coming up. Indeed, he misses or gets missed, but that's fine. Armor Rouge is the one I'm after. And Armor Rouge is out. Indeed, he will not be dodging this Deagling. That Deagling does no damage, but it still does something. It's still there, too. It's like, Farigiraf is a good Pokemon. Just because it's super bulky. Hey, now we can go... I mean, Mousehold's going to be outspeeding everything. But we could potentially hit it with a Psychic Terrain boosted Psychic. Highly doubt it. We go Rock Slide. I don't know why you were trying to set up Trick Room though when you have Mousehold, right? Because Mousehold's super fast. Interesting. What kind of strat are you going to be trying to pull off with this Mousehold? Obviously, Population Bomb. This Pokemon can honestly fit on any team. It's actually a support Mousehold. Okay. It's my favorite kind of Mousehold. This is what I actually run on the channel occasionally. Like, first video I did in Scarlet and Violet was support Mousehold. I like it a lot better than just the full offensive one. Just be completely honest. Critical hit on the Mousehold. That does a lot of damage with that crit. Now, instead of Charm, I do prefer Baby Doll Eyes. Does the same thing, but it's priority. Just saying. Does the exact same thing, but it's priority. But then you're probably want Encore, Follow Me, and you might have Population Bomb and over Super Fang, but I do run Super Fang on mine. Alright, Rotom, you're out here. I don't hate Terra Electric. Pop that in DD. Go for a Rock Slide again and see what happens. Just to see what happens, because I mean, granted, this is a closer battle than what it seems, right? Very close. Like, yeah, we're down to our last two, and they got free, so they are technically beating us in the Pokemon department. But it is Population Bomb. Okay, never mind. I was about to say, yeah, we're about to be able to make this comeback until Population Bomb happens, and then we don't make the comeback. Maybe, unless they, I mean, if they can miss. Come on, Rotom. No, Rotom tried to hang in there. Rotom tried to hang in there. Respect for the Rotom. Respect. 7 hits, not... Yeah, Rotom, you weren't quite there. With the Friend Guard, indeed he just does not take no damage from our Rock Slide. That's insane. Like, it just did nothing. And their last Pokemon still Beyond. Okay, I mean, granted, you know, this is a closer battle than what it is. But I do, at the end of the day, believe our opponent should pull this victory. Unless, like, we flinch them to death. Sylveon, what, is it slower than Triantar? I feel like it could be. So, technically, we have the flinch card in our hand. We can just flinch them to death. Because we are assault vested. Keep that in mind, too. They're wearing some type of calc or something. Helping Hand. That Hyper Voice will hurt, okay? Single target, Hyper Voice will hurt. Let's flinch that Sylveon, please. Can we flinch it? Let's go. Please flinch. Please flinch. No flinch. Triantar takes a Hyper Voice. We can't take no more. Alright, we gotta just flinch the rest of the way. Yeah, we definitely cannot take no more from that Sylveon Triantar. Listen to me. If you want victory, you have to you just have to flinch every single rock slide. That's all you gotta do. Flinch every single rock slide. Let's go. Come on. Good damage. Good damage. We can work with that. Hyper Voice comes out. No! Triantar failed to get the flinch on the last battle. We take a L. Hey, either way, this team is fun. I enjoyed playing with it, Zach. Yeah, thanks for putting the rental code on mine too, because I really enjoyed playing with it. Guys, let me know in the comment section if I played good or bad. Other than that, I do feel like I made some mistakes. The thing is, I think I still played good because for most of my mistakes, I was able to come back to get those wins. So I do believe I did relatively well. I don't know why I switched teams. I don't know. Either way, I feel like I did relatively well. And that deserves a like on the video. Come on. Subscribe if you guys are new. And this is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out. Peace.